Hi, my name is Bob Schultz from H&K, and I'd like to discuss some of the latest versions of the HK416 A5. The gun comes in 4 different barrel lengths, 11, 14.5, 16.5, and 20-inch barrels. As far as the features go, fronting from muzzle to buttstock, we have an adjustable 2-stage gas regulator that helps optimize the performance of the weapon with the use of a sound suppressor. Coming back over here, we have ambidextrous operating controls to include the selector, the bolt catch, and the magazine release on both the left and the right-hand sides of the receiver. So the weapon can be activated either from the left or to the right. Also, too, as a safety feature, we now have the ability to put the weapon on safe with the hammer in the upright position. On most of your legacy systems, the hammer has to be cocked. So on this one right over here, again, hammer in the uncocked position, the weapon can go back on safe. We've also gone back to a standard M16 M4 magazine well to accept the majority of the magazines that are currently on the market. The one thing that the designers in Germany did do was they tilted the magazine well back one further degree for the best possible presentation of the cartridge as the bolt goes into battery. Also, in response to our customer feedback, we've come up with a lower profile volume buttstock. Without the mass and the weight, there is no storage space, nor is there the ability to change the recoil pads, but again at a smaller volume. On the insides right over here, you'll notice that the trigger guard has been elongated for use with winter gloves, cold weather gear, what have you. These are pinned in so that the trigger guard does not pivot back towards the rear. Other also accuracy-enhancing features include a spring-loaded detent on the lug surface for the rear takedown pin, and that helps eliminate some of the play between the upper and the lower receivers. We've also extended the Picatinny rail back one position so that you have a lengthened rail, and we've also made it Picatinny compatible throughout the entire sight radius. The gun also is OTB compatible, so it has all the features of the over the beach, which means it can pass the obstructed bore test with the water-filled barrel. Bob Schultz from H&K would like to discuss some of the features of our MG4 light machine gun. This is a 5.56 by 45 belt-fed operated light machine gun, which is the standard LMG for the German Army. Gas operated, the gun fires from the open bolt in full auto only, no provision for single shot. As far as the features of the gun, to clear, pull the bolt back towards the rear, handle goes up, weapon goes on safe, lift up the feed tray and the feed tray cover. Again, we make sure that the gun is clear. Now, starting from the muzzle, right over here, we have 2 different barrel lengths, a 450 millimeter and a 350. This is the 350. On the lightweight barrel, it's also fluted as well to help keep the weight down. Features a quick change system right over here. The handle has to be in the upright position. Handle comes up. We push down on the barrel release lever, and the barrel comes out. The barrel can be exchanged with either the bolt in battery or out of battery. To reinstall, barrel goes in from the front, all the way back in, and then the handle folds down. Safety feature right over here, a bushing on top of the barrel trunnion blocks the movement when the handle's in the downward position. Only when the handle is up can the barrel come off. We also have a loaded chamber indicator right over here. When rounds are on the feed tray, this pops up right over here. In the daytime, it provides a visual cue with the red paint. Darkness or low light, the operator can run his finger over there and find out whether he has rounds inside the chamber. We have a mechanical safety right over here. On the older versions of this gun, the safety can only be applied when the bolt's locked back towards the rear. On the newer versions of the gun, the safety can go on, that would be the MG4A1, the safety can go on regardless of the position of the bolt. For storage, the buttstock can be folded over towards the side so that you have a compact, relatively lightweight gun. And then the stock can be folded over. Bipod legs are extended. And we have a shoulder support right over here to help stabilize the gun when you lead into it. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss our H&K's latest weapon, which is the 121 light machine gun. This is a 7.62 by 51 gas-operated gun that fires from the open bolt, and this is our contender for the German Army replacement program for the MG3. The gun comes in 4 basic versions. This one right over here is the infantry version. With the fluted short barrel and some other weight-enhancing features, the gun comes in at under 10 kilos, so it's 9.9 kilos in the light infantry version. Starting from the muzzle, again, we have different barrel lengths. We also have an adjustable gas regulator that allows the operator to convert the rate of fire, either 650, 750, or 850 rounds per minute. And again, that is exchanged using the base of the cartridge. You'll also see the other barrel lengths that we have up here as well. The weapon can be fitted either with a bipod or with the Versa grip right over here. We have the same quick change barrel system as we had on the MG3. Again, the handle must be in the upright position for the barrel to be exchanged. Various feeding devices, holding devices. We see a little belt bag right over here that can hold 50 rounds. Also can be fed from a plastic container that the Germans used for the MG3. On the pistol grip, the safety can be applied regardless of whether the bolt is in and out of battery. So the weapon can always go on safe, and it can remain on safe when the operator's cocking the guns. You look back over here, we have a couple of different buttstocks to include a fixed as well as a retractable. The stock folds over to the side. This version right over here has the cheek piece for use with a optic mounted on the top Picatinny rail. Loaded chamber indicator on top of the feed tray tells you the ammunition status if you have rounds on the feed tray, the weapon's ready to go in fire. And also too, the weapon ejects down from the bottom. Again, we're using gravity to help with the ejection process. As the bolt comes out of battery, the ejector pushes down on the cartridge and knocks it out through the ejection port.